In this video, we will be looking at the unique features of a quiz when compared to a regular Microsoft form. This includes the auto-marking of questions and also how to use a quiz within a Teams assignment. Although all of the question types which can be created within a form are available when we create a quiz, some question types are more suited to being used within a quiz. Choice questions provide pupils with a range of answers to choose from. This can be easily marked automatically by forms. Text questions allow pupils to provide a written answer. Short answers or single word answers can be marked automatically with relative ease by forms. Ranking questions are great for sequence of operation style questions. And Likert questions are great for categorization. However, this will have to be manually marked by the teacher. When creating a quiz within forms, all questions can have a number of points attached. This is the primary difference between a form and a quiz. It is not necessary to attribute points to every question, however. For example, you may have a text question at the start of your quiz where pupils are expected to list their name or their class. Or you may have a rating question where pupils are asked to rate the difficulty of the quiz at the end of the quiz. By not attributing points to these questions, the overall score of the quiz will not be affected. In short, attribute 0 points to questions where the answer should not affect the pupil's score. When reviewing the responses to a quiz, many of the features remain the same as they would be for a form. Begin by selecting responses at the top of the screen. A summary of each question is then displayed, and again, if appropriate, graphs are produced. An average score is displayed at the top of the screen. However, this will not be accurate until each individual response has been reviewed and marked. Similarly, a percentage score for each question is displayed, displaying how many respondents answered the question correctly. But again, this number will not be accurate until the responses of each individual have been reviewed and marked. To review individual responses, select the Review Answers button. Similar to forms, individual responses can be navigated between by selecting the arrow buttons at the top of the screen and by selecting the respondent's name to expand the drop-down menu to see the list of all respondents. When viewing an individual response, the points associated with the question are displayed on the top right-hand corner. Some questions can be auto-graded by forms. However, there are caveats to this, and we will explore this later in this video. In this box, you can enter the number of points appropriate to the pupil's response to the question. In this example, the pupil has selected 2 of the 3 correct answers, and therefore I will award 2 points. In question 2, although the answer has been misspelled, the answer is correct and I will award 1 point. In questions where 0 points are associated with the question, you need not award a score. This can simply be ignored. In addition to awarding points for questions, individual feedback for each question can also be left. Select the speech bubble next to the points and enter your written feedback in response to the pupil's answer to the given question. Feedback can be provided for each question within a form. At the top of the screen, beneath the total point score, the speech bubble here can also be selected in order to leave overall feedback for the pupil's response. When you're happy that you've reviewed the answers to each question and provided feedback where appropriate, you can select the 3-dot menu beneath the right-hand arrow and select Post Scores. This will finalise your marking and make the results viewable to the respondent. If you wish to post the scores of the entire class at one time, do not select this option at the moment, but instead return to the main response screen and select Post Scores. This will post the scores to every respondent, so ensure that you've reviewed all of the answers before selecting this button. On this screen, any respondents to the quiz whose results you have already posted the scores of will be displayed at the bottom. The scores yet to be posted are listed here. Simply select the checkboxes and select Post Scores to post these scores to the respondents. A summary link can also be generated to display the results of the quiz. Select the 3-dot menu next to the Excel button and select Share a Summary link. Privacy settings cannot be applied to this link, so be careful to only share it with those you wish to share the results of your quiz with. This link can be copied, and when opened within another browser, will display a summary of the quiz results. The summary link displays an overview of all of the questions and the associated graphs, but does not allow for the viewing of individual responses. As mentioned, there are some caveats to the quiz auto-marking feature within Microsoft Forms. If Forms deems a response to a question to be correct, then all of the points associated with that question will be awarded. Similarly, if Forms deems the response to be incorrect, then 0 points will be awarded. This means for questions where a pupil's response was not 100% correct or incorrect, the teacher will have to manually overwrite the points awarded. In a choice question where the pupil is expected to select multiple options, if not all of the correct options are selected, then 0 points will be awarded. In this example, the respondent was asked to select the 3 primary colours, and we can see that they've selected 2 out of the 3 correct answers. However, Forms has awarded them 0 points. It is up to me as the teacher to award the correct number of points. When auto-marking text questions, if an answer does not match the given answers exactly, then no points will be awarded. In this example, we can see that the respondent was asked to identify the capital city of Scotland. And although they have correctly answered Edinburgh with the correct spelling, the fact that the respondent's answer does not begin with a capital letter, and the stated correct answer does, means that this question has been awarded 0 points. It is up to the teacher to correct this accordingly. If a pupil does not list the options in a ranking question in exactly the correct order, 0 points will be awarded. In this example, the pupil was asked, in which order should the coloured balls in a game of snooker be potted? And we can see that the pupil has listed 4 of these options in the correct order, mistaking the blue and the pink. However, Forms has awarded 0 points. It is up to the teacher to correct this accordingly. Questions where a correct answer cannot be set by the teacher will have to be manually checked and marked by the teacher. These question types are date, rating, Likert, and file upload. For each of these question types, the teacher will need to manually input a score. One of the main benefits of creating a quiz within Microsoft Forms is the ability to embed that quiz within an assignment on Microsoft Teams. To do this, navigate to the assignment section in the team you wish to set the quiz. Select Create at the bottom of the screen, and then select Quiz. From here, a list of all of the quizzes you have built within Microsoft Forms will be displayed. You also have the option to create a new quiz on this screen as well. Select the quiz you wish to use with your class. Then select Next. This quiz has now been embedded within your team. And the remaining assignment details can be completed as normal. Notice that a points total for the assignment is generated automatically based on the number of points available within the quiz. When you're happy with your assignment details, select Assign. This quiz is now available for pupils to complete within Microsoft Teams. Pupils can simply navigate to the assignment section within their team as they would normally do so. They can select the assignment, and the quiz can be opened directly within Microsoft Teams. The pupil can now complete the quiz without leaving Microsoft Teams. If the option to review results automatically has been enabled, pupils can select the View Results button to view the results of the quiz. However, in this example, viewing results automatically has been disabled, and therefore a total number of points has yet to be awarded by the teacher. The pupil can come back at a later date to review their score. When the pupil closes the form, it is handed in automatically to the teacher. Having returned to the teacher account, to mark the quiz, simply select the assignment again. We can see here that the pupil has handed in their work. We can simply click on this to open their quiz. The process of grading a quiz is exactly the same within Teams as it would be on the Forms website. Points can be attributed to questions, Teachers can choose to overrule the auto-graded marks if necessary, and by selecting the speech bubble, feedback can be left for each individual question, as well as the quiz overall. When the teacher is happy with the marks they have awarded to the pupil and the feedback they have provided, they can select the three-dot menu and choose to post the scores. This will then provide the score to the pupil. Returning to the pupil account within Teams, if the pupil navigates to their assignment section and then opens their completed assignments and selects the quiz, they will be able to review the results. The total number of points awarded is available here under the points section. The pupil can also choose to open the quiz, where again the total number of points awarded is visible on screen, and they can review each question individually. If the teacher had chosen to leave written feedback, this would appear underneath each of the questions within the quiz. If you plan to share a quiz you've created with multiple classes via Microsoft Teams assignments, then you do not have to create multiple versions of the quiz using the template link. When you use a quiz within a Microsoft Teams assignment, a unique version of that quiz is created for each Microsoft Teams assignment. So in this example, I'm in my practice team. I can choose to create an assignment from the quiz. My list of quizzes is presented to me, and I can select the quiz I wish to use with this team. In this example, I'll use my Assembly Tools Fixings and Techniques quiz. The quiz is attached to the assignment. I can choose to fill in the remainder of the assignment details, but for just now, I'll click Assign. Students within this team can now respond to the Assembly Tools Fixings and Techniques quiz. Now let's say that I want to use the same quiz with a different class. I can navigate back to my list of teams. I will now select my dummy class team, and I'll repeat the same process. I'll navigate to my assignment section. I'll create an assignment. I'll select quiz, and again I'll select my Assembly Tools Fixings and Techniques quiz. This same quiz can be attached to the assignment. However, it is now attached to the dummy class team rather than the practice team. Again, I can choose to fill in the remaining assignment details, but in this example, I will simply click Assign. Now, the different list of pupils within my dummy class team can respond to the same quiz. Each quiz is now its own unique version, so the Assembly Tools and Fixing Techniques quiz which exists within my dummy class team will have a separate list of responses compared to the assignment which exists within my practice team. I can choose to view the responses to each assignment within the respective team, and I can also navigate to the Microsoft Forms website. On the Microsoft Forms website, if I scroll to the bottom of the page, it displays the groups which I am a member of. Any Microsoft team which you're a member of will be displayed here as a group. If I choose to expand this list, I can select my practice team, and here I will find my practice team version of the Assembly Tools Fixings and Techniques quiz. I can return to the list of all my forms, and this time I'll open the dummy class team, and again I have my version of the Assembly Tools Fixings and Techniques quiz. Each quiz is unique to each class team, and any changes which were made to one quiz will only affect that particular copy of the quiz. My original version of the quiz will still exist. On the Microsoft Forms website, I can choose to view all my forms, and if I search for the form Assembly Tools, it appears. So any changes made to this original version will not affect the version which exists in either the practice team or the dummy class team. To summarise, 3 versions of this quiz now exist. My original version, which can be seen here in my list of all forms, as well as a version which exists within the practice team, and another version which exists within the dummy class team. Each quiz is unique and can be edited and viewed in isolation.